All right, and welcome back. We are moving on up. Up the ladder of life, the ladder of success. This is a 5-rung, well, technically it's 10 rungs, but 5 steps. A small ladder to get access to a loft bed area in an apartment. What I have is the wooden frame was a prototype just to make sure everything worked in the space and the angles before I committed to putting all this in steel. 2x4s are a hell of a lot cheaper than metal. And I have all of this really good steel for these rungs. Solid stuff. The goal today is going to be to make the actual ladder and weld it. We will drill out the hollow steel and stick these in and weld them. So that will be what holds it all together. We won't need those supports. Let's take a look at the metal and see what we got. Make short work of that. Yeah. There it is. We've got the steel. 1.5 inch by 3 inch by 8 feet long. And it is pretty much gonna replace the 2x4s. And we're gonna weld this up. We're gonna drill some holes, get some things prepared, you know, get myself mentally ready for all the tasks in a linear format so I don't drill any holes and then find out later that I drilled them in the wrong place or something. But yeah, there it is. This was a 24-foot long piece. I squared up all the ends on this side and put my tape on there. I cut to exactly 8 feet. That's perfect. That is perfect. So these are the two we're gonna use. Let's get some things going here for measuring and layout. You have a ladder ratio, which is 4:1, which means for every 4 feet of height you go up, you have to come out from the base of the wall 1 foot. So this is 8 feet, you come out from the wall 2 feet, right? Makes sense. First thing that's gonna happen is I made the first step a little bit lower. It's only 13 inches at the base. And then they go to 16 inches from there, and then they stop at the top. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is mounting it on the wall with some hooks with one additional bar at the top. So the hooks will grab onto the back of the top bar, and then it'll just kind of rock in place and then settle on the ground. I think that's probably the most elegant solution. These feet are at 15 degrees. If you put this in there and rock it forward, that's how you tell. So there you go, it's at 15 degrees. There's 20, 10, 15. Those are at 15 and it works out perfectly. I have all my measurements on my notes here. I need feet at 13 inches, 29 inches, 45 inches, 61, and 77. Instead of going up and marking 13 inches and then coming up to that and trying to get the angle correct every time where it could vary slightly, what I've done is I made a template that will just slide on there, and I can move it up and I can just trace the angle, slide it up to the next one. As you can see, I've already traced the angle. Slide up to the next one. You see where we're going with this. What I'm going to do is just use these smaller ones. I cut it to be just about the size of a punch, and then this way I can push it down. It's going to keep everything off this wall the same amount. I think it's 7/8 is what I decided on. 7/8 off this side. So what I can do is take this, hold it down, and then just kind of go over that, and then you probably can see I've got a nice line where those two pieces intersect. So I have a perfect place to actually go now and go ahead and punch that in. We're gonna punch all those, then we're gonna come and drill them out with a 1/4 inch drill, and then we're gonna move up to the actual size. This is a weird size pipe. This is the pipe we used. It's very strong, it's very thick. We're gonna get off this wall about halfway, so we'll have about a 1/4 inch before the edge. Same on both sides. So hopefully this all goes well. The angles are different. I can't use the same template because it's kind of mirrored, okay? If you put this on here, it matches the one side. As you can see, it matches the angle of these 2 rungs. But if you switch it to this side and put it on there, you can see it goes the other direction now. Hold up, it's me from the future. As I was editing the first half of this video, I realized something. I could have just very easily made the same jig and just taken these 2 pieces of wood that are on here and attached them to the back side of my jig. See what I'm saying? It was a little redundant to make 2. I'm pre-trolling myself because I know if I didn't do this, someone would be watching this for sure.
Hey, you're an idiot. You wasted your time.
You should have just put him on the back side, man. That's totally... You shouldn't have done it that way. You
could have done it differently.
I'm here at my computer.
You did wrong. 2 jigs and wasted... I can't.
You should have done it. You shouldn't have done it.
You should have done it better.
Anyways, there we go. Set these up so we can see everything. I'm going to measure from the outside of both because that will become the front. Front. Let's stretch this all the way out. 13, 29, 45, 61, 77, 93. 13, 29, 45, 61, 77, 93. Kablam. Alright, those are marked. Put our right one on because this is the right side. So when it tips, the lower piece will be in the front. Same here. Alright, so we're back here. We've got our mark, right? We're going to draw, and we just go down the whole way. Do that for every one. There you go. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing, but just in reverse. Then 77 here, 61, 45, 29, and 13. Have this set up for the punch, just about the right size. I can press this down right over where that line is. I can press this in here, and then do over here. So now I have a couple reference points. Alright, good enough. So now I'm going to go ahead and just punch them all, and then we're going to start drilling. That looks good. A couple of those there. A little bit of tap magic on the drill. Find the groove. I think there's a reason this drill bit's been in the bottom of my box. I'm going to switch over to a good 1/4" drill bit over here and try that again. Forgot, I just picked that one up thinking it might work, but I was wrong. Alright, now this one's the top, so this is going to be like the hanger. So there'll be a foot and then one more bar on the back of this side. And the last one. Let's give this a shot here. We're just going to try to open this hole up a little bit at a time. Yeah, it's getting close. I would like these to be fairly snug, so that's why I'm trying to sneak up on this. If I can do something like that and get it so I can just pound it in there and then weld it, that would be even more ideal. So close. It's not quite the next size up either, so that's the whole thing. We need something in between 3/4, whatever this is. Good enough for me. There's not really a bunch of gap. I thought it could be a little bit tighter than that, but I think that's plenty. I don't even think I need to do full welds around all this because there's so many tack welds, it's going to be sturdy as anyways. So let's just go ahead and keep doing this all the way down now, and hope that everything works out. Oh, battery's dead. I think it's time to switch to the big guns. Where the hell's my drill? Alright, we have the holes. So I guess the next thing to do is to have some lunch. If I take this off, see, I left those a little tight because I'm hoping that I might be able to pound them in. I might need to grind it open a little more, but you get the idea. A little tighter. Yeah, see? That's what I'm talking about. Some of them aren't going to be like that, but nice. Perfect. That's nice. It's tight. That's what I was looking for. Okie dokie. Well, holy shit. That looks pretty awesome. I gotta cut one more piece of steel for this here, and we're gonna be good to go. Let's get the Osmo and get some footage of that real quick. All right. Gorgeous. I like those shiny rungs in the middle. I wonder what we want to finish this with. I think I'll probably just sand it and make it nice so it's like raw steel without taking too much of that mill scale off. I kind of like the contrast of the dark mill scale and the shininess. So if we can clean that up, you know, polyurethane it so it doesn't oxidize. That looks real good. I will clean this up a little bit because it's, you know, it's dirty. And then we got to figure out something about the feet. I think I want to put some wooden feet in there that are at the right angle. I think that might look nice. Put a little maybe piece of carpeting or something underneath it to make it nice and smooth and soft for the floor. Yeah, that's good. Perfect. All right, let's hit these on the router. Oh, no, wait. I need to cut them first. I'm jumping ahead of myself. I need to cut this 15 degrees first. All right. All right, so we've got those sanded up. I think I'm gonna paint them black and then fit that on there. Hopefully I got some paint here. One of these should work, hopefully. We've got some hardware. We're gonna use these eye bolts, and what I think I'm gonna do is take this and heat it up, so I can, heat it up, so I can bend it and it will fit perfectly behind this. The regular J-hooks, they are not quite, they stop. This is gonna give us a little more coverage on that, if that makes any sense. So instead of being a hook like this, it's actually going to curve around a little bit more, I think. I'm going to try to make this so it's, it's a little more grabby. So I figured that would probably be a good option. Seeing as the radius is almost about the same, all I really need to do is just open this up. Throw this in the vise. Better. God dang, it's hard to bend here. It's just gonna hang in that, so we're good. Let's do the other one. Perfect, they're just about identical. I got this piece of wood. I was gonna stain it, but now what I'm thinking is I might just burn the wood and then urethane it real nice and then install these hooks and then check it out. We'll see. I'm gonna clean these up. Obviously, I don't like these sharp ends like they have them cut in the factory, so I'm gonna round those off a little bit on the grinder and smooth everything out so it looks all pretty, but I think this might look really good. This piece of wood that's going to get mounted to the wall, so we can lag this into the studs, right? And then these will be here, so the ladder will sit right into these. See what I'm seeing? See what I'm seeing? That's what we're gonna do. I think I'm gonna burn it. Let's go for it. Nice. We got some burned wood now. We're gonna go ahead and sand this a couple times, probably burn it a couple times, and then we're gonna polyurethane it. It's gonna look real nice. Alright, so these are the feet that are going in the ladder. They're all polyurethaned and ready to go. I have spray glue on the top here, and this is the little pieces I cut. And there's that just for the bottom to give it a little some kind of cushion on the base. And once they're ready, we're going to stick them together and try it out. And here we go. There's the final product on the ladder. Got some polyurethane on there so it won't get oxidized with lots of touching and years of use. Everything looks pretty decent. I think it's gonna look really nice. There you go. Let's go put this thing in. Full enough. Thank you very much, sir.